In Nehemiah 9, we have this beautiful spiritual awakening and revival happening because they just spent their lives rebuilding the wall of Jerusalem, and they're now recognizing all of their sin, their ancestors' sin. They're fasting and wearing burlap, and just the daily comforts of life are not a priority when they're recognizing the sin that led them to Judah being completely destroyed. And so they are confessing their sins of everything, and it's just a beautiful awakening and revival. Many of the people, they decide to make an oath to be obedient to God, follow his ways. And then we go to Nehemiah 13, where they're now reading the scrolls and explaining it, and they come to a part that they realize, oh, we are not supposed to have Ammonites and Moabites in our assembly. And so what do? They obey. They separate themselves from the Ammonites and the Moabites. And amazingly, they don't say things. This is because of Balaam and doing the curse and then getting them to commingle and all that fun stuff. That it's amazing that 1,000 years before, they just obey it. They don't say things like, well, that was a long time ago. Things are different now. Let's not go overboard. Let's get an assembly of people and decide if we should obey this or not. They obey it. So it just shocks me when today I often hear that in the church. People say things like, well, that was a long time ago. It's not. That was different. It's in the Bible. Same yesterday, today, and forever. I think we should obey it. And I don't think it hurts to be obedient. I don't think it's ever hurt to be obedient to God. But after that, Nehemiah leaves to go back to his duties with the king, and he decides, 10, 12 years later, to come back and check in on Jerusalem, how his people are doing. What does he walk into? Idolatry! And he tells them, you guys are doing all the things that caused us to get destroyed and leveled. What? 10 years? I mean, that proves where you're at spiritually. You have these great works happening one day. Well, where are you at 10 years from now? And so, he got people working on the Sabbath. He even kicked them out the city gates and shut the door and said, you guys don't come back till the Sabbath is over. People were sleeping outside. I think he beat some people. And even, who was it? Tobiah or something? He had a man who was completely against them rebuilding the temple or the wall and tried to get it stopped and everything. The priest has the guy living in the temple in a priest room, from my understanding. Why is that happening? That is not meant from. And the Levites were working when they should have been working in the temple. That was their job, to stay in the temple. Oh, and they were married to the foreign women again, having children who spoke both languages. He's like, this is what Solomon did. He was loved by God, made king, had all this wisdom, and yet he got tempted into the women who caused him to sin. I don't even know if Solomon's in heaven at this point. Maybe he repented at the end. I sure hope so. He was beloved by God. Even someone beloved by God could fall away. So that was Nehemiah 9 and 13. We can learn something. Let's stay obedient to God. Let's not be like, hey, long time ago. If it's a New Testament, I don't even know how you can argue that one. Old Testament, I can see people New Covenant. Yeah, that's our daily lesson today.